welcome to ISF Yoga Flow Hips. You are going to just love the release that this is going to give to your hips and therefore to your low back, your core. You should feel amazing from the inside out after just this little bit of love you're going to give your body. So our first move, we're going to sit on the mat here and get our knees aligned with our hips, okay? And we're going to start with an inhale. Inhale tall. Exhale, forward fold. There we are. And then you're just going to move with your breath. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Excellent. Great. We're going to turn it up a little bit. Inhale and lean it back. If this hurts your low back at all, you can anchor down on your thighs and give it a grab, okay? Otherwise, I want you to activate your core, pull in on that belly button, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale back, and exhale, forward fold. One more just like that. And exhale, forward fold. Okay, we're going to turn up a notch again. Inhale back, and we're going to hold here. And again, if it hurts your low back, just anchor in with your hands on the back of your thighs. On this one, we move. Inhale, exhale, drop it, and go a little deeper. So I'm taking my knees outside, opening up that low back and those hips. Okay, and again, we're gonna pause for an inhale here in boat pose. And the most common error I see is like hunching. So puff your chest up, keep that posture, good, feet down, and take the knees out and give it an inhale. And exhale while we're here. Good, just surrender in. Feels so good. Good. Inhale, 2 breaths here. Awesome, keep that chest up. And hinge forward. Excellent. Oh, that feels so good on the low back. Okay, so now we're going to take it one leg forward, one knee right here, and we're going to twist. I don't want you to twist and turn back. You're just going to twist to the side. So we're just trying to open up that hip a little bit. I definitely feel it in my low back, attaching down to that low hip. Good. It's nice. Now we're going to just flow to the other side. Same motion. Great, and elongate your spine. On this one, as we rotate, I want you to think like a puppeteer, like pull your spine upward, your head upward, and for a lot of us, we need to retract that neck. I was just telling some clients last night how in these past like 4 or 5 years, I have seen so much neck protrusion, and it's from our phones, right? And our heads just constantly being forward and down. Good. And then a little quicker here. Inhale 1. Excellent. Other side. And inhale. Great. From here, we're going to take it back to the first leg, but instead of up, we're going to let that fall outside. And we're going to go straight down. So whether you can touch your toes or your knees, it doesn't really matter. Just hinge into your space that is provided here by your hip relaxing down and your spine pulling up. So you have this muscle right here called the quadratus lumborum, and it usually is causing low back pain because it's really tight and it's tilting the hips upward. So with this stretch, we're aiming to release that, release the hips downward. Awesome, back to the first side. Same thing, straight forward. Oh yeah, that was a good one. I could feel this start to relax, so it actually started to stretch my hip a little bit. So it's gonna get you where you're tight. You might not feel that at all in your low back, and it might just be that outside hip. Or if your hamstrings are really tight, you might actually feel this in your hamstrings. And that is all good. It's getting you where you need. Okay, back to our first side, let that leg fall. Now we're gonna twist a little bit. So hinge this arm to the outside of your leg. And then you're just gonna glance back past your hip. Good, and up and we switch. Rotate to the outside and then again glancing past the hip there. So you're just getting the side neck a tiny bit. Good, back to the first side. And rotate. A little quicker on this set. Rotate. Getting our flow flowing, huh? Awesome. And back, rotate. One more. Okay, we're gonna piece it together. So we'll go 2 reps. We're going to go boat pose. You can anchor it in. You can keep those feet down. However, 2 breaths. Posture's good. Core is tight. Awesome. Fold those legs outward as you come in. Great. We're going to go one leg here and give it a twist. 2 breaths. Other side. And twist. Watching that posture. Now we're going to let that leg fall out and go straight forward. Oh, I can go so much deeper in that. That's crazy cool. Inhale up, straight forward. Did you guys feel your body relax and like accept the stretch? All right, now we're going to go the outside with a twist. Good, and other side. Outside with a twist. You're doing amazing. Cool. Way to just let your body flow. That was fun. Okay, next one, we're going to come out here and one leg's going to extend and we're going to roll the femur in the hip joint. So this is really amazing for just lubricating that femoral head in what's called the acetabulum of the hip. I'm kind of an anatomy nerd, so you're just gonna learn along with me. You can put it in your knowledge bank or just listen and be like, oh, that's a nice word. Switch sides. We're going about 4 rotations, one direction, and then switch it the other direction. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, and then we're gonna take both knees and kind of similarly, you're just gonna draw a circle with your kneecaps, side to side. If you're on a harder floor, this will actually massage out your low back a little bit. It feels really good. Good, reverse directions. Great, you can roll or slowly sit up. All right, we're gonna go into butterfly now. So feet are together. Now, I have learned through the years that my external hip rotation just is not that graceful. So I'm high here, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how high or low you are. This used to really frustrate me, and then I learned that all of our hips and our joints, that femoral head and that acetabulum we were just talking about, come at different angles. And so if my bone has a little bit of a higher lip at the bottom, there's just no way I'm ever gonna be able to touch my knees to the mat. And once I realized that, I was able to just be, like, it's okay. So what I want you to do is inhale here, and then we're gonna exhale and surrender in. And you should feel a nice stretch on the back of that hip bone. Good, inhale up and down. Getting it a little differently. Good, 2 more. And I'm really actively pulling my chest downward with my arms. Good, and 1 more. Excellent. All right, one of my favorite stretches. So now we're going to work the hip flexor in front. All right, so we want to push forward. Oh, it's so good. Already in love with it. We're going to extend the arms upward, and you could take it into a back bend and dip those hips lower towards the mat, or you can just stay high if this is too intense. Again, you're just finding space in your body, never go into pain. Go ahead and release it, and then we're going to pull back on the toes and hinge forward here. That is so intense. Good, and we're up. Good. And if you can, hinge down low into it. Otherwise, if you're right here with the hips pressed forward, you're still going to feel an amazing stretch. Okay? So 2 great options. Good. And release. Hinge forward to that hamstring. Woo! You with me on that? Okay, a little quicker set. We're just going to hold it for 1, 2, 3, and up. 1, 2, 3, and up. 2 seconds. 1, 2, up. 1, 2. We're going to get a few of these. One more. So good. All right, where I need it. Okay, other side. Like I said, that's like my favorite. One of my favorite stretches. Okay, here we go. So you're going to hinge forward here. And if it feels okay, then let's take it into that extension. Good. And then back. We didn't hold that first one long enough. This is our long one. Really drop into it. Really surrender in. And here we go. Pull back on those toes. Yosa. All right. A little bit quicker. Here's our 3 second. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, is that loosening up a little bit? I felt my body start to release on that very one. Good. Let's get our 2 seconders. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let that flow happen. Last one. Excellent. Oh, wasn't that so good? Okay, we are going to take a wide stance here. Head down. Surrender in. Your weight's in your heels here. Walk your hands forward and up on your toes. We're just decreasing the gravity on the hips with that one. Good, and if your knees need to be bent, that's fine. Walk your hands back and through. Walk your hands forward and tilt up. Weights in your arms, you're decompressing the spine and hips. And back. Again, if you want to bend your knees in this pose to help you get a little deeper pull, that's great. One more time. Great. And back. Hold it. 2, 3. Okay, now you're going to bring your feet just outside the hips, and we're going to come into a primal squat here, okay? So if you need a couple of books under your heels or to grab a weight, that's going to help counterbalance. And then we're going to release and come into another hamstring stretch. Okay, I'll give you the side shot. Hamstring stretch. My feet are just on the width of the mat here. Down as low as you can go. Our goal is into this full primal squat. Good, release here. Wonderful. You know, my little baby can do this like it's nothing. She just sits in the primal squat and plays the xylophone. We have a little xylophone piano. Oh, so good for your hip mobility. Excellent, excellent. Okay, we're gonna sit down on that one. And this is called Dandasana. We're gonna sit tall, legs out. Ooh, and if this is too much for your low back, you can support it with your arms, okay? So I know it seems so simple and it's so intense on that low back. So I want you to have your hands to the side. We're just gonna take a few breaths here. And wherever you feel pain or discomfort or just burning, I want you to inhale and visualize that oxygen going to that place, surrounding that place, causing healing to happen, awakening the body in that area. Great, we're almost done. This should feel pretty nice. I chose this as a wonderful last move. So, have you ever done Happy Cow? So Happy Cow looks like this. You're just gonna cross over and then give those a little tug, those lower legs a little tug. Okay, down switch. So cross it over and then a little tug. Gives it a different stretch on those hips, doesn't it? Good, you're gonna release that and go into Happy Baby. So now your hips are going to come wider. You're gonna grab the outsides. This one should look familiar. Rock it side to side, stretching those hips. Great, and then you have an option here. We're gonna go into Happy Cow and then take it to the side. If that's too intense of a stretch, and I want you to try to keep both shoulder blades down. If that's too intense, then you're just gonna take a regular knee drop to the side, still stretching that low back and hips, okay? So take your pick there. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, pull those shoulder blades down. Good, and bring it back in. Cross the other way and drop it. See if I have enough room. Oh, did you hear my back? That was so loud. That felt so good. Apparently I needed that one. Good, pull it in. All right, now we're all going to move together in just the knee drop because we're gonna flow. 2, pull, pull, down. 1, 2, pull in the belly button while you do this. Down. 2, pull, pull. You can feel that work, the transverse abdominis. That's your corset ab muscle that comes across. Drop it. Okay, if you're feeling up to it, double knee. 2, 3, pull, 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 pull. Good. If that causes any pain or discomfort, keep going one at a time. Pull. Good. And I'm not relaxing my legs down. I'm kind of floating them and keeping my core locked in tight. One more each side. Up and across. Up and across. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna roll up from there and do our hip drops. So we've got our knees just outside the hips, heels are in the ground. You're gonna drop to one side and lean forward. This is our last move of the day. Good, I'm up, so my heels stay. My knees are just rotating side to side. Good. Now I want you to really surrender your chest down and just relax. Feel it a little more in the glute when you do that, right? Beautiful. One more each side. We'll go a little faster. 1, 2, 3. And up. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I could have kept doing that move for like ever. All right, amazing work today. I hope your hips feel great as you stand up and walk away. You'll have to send me a message. Let me know how you're liking these ISF yoga flows. My email is audrey@inspirestrongfitness.com. I look forward to hearing from you.